Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn how to use the default video editor which is present on the Windows operating system on your PCs and your laptops. So let's move forward with it. And one thing before that is that we've used this video editor for editing all our videos up till now, and we will be using it further because the quality of the video is retained in this editor, and it does not in any way harm the quality or lessen the quality that the video was initially recorded in. So for the video editor, we also have the option to have suppose I have the pictures folder here, and I just press Ctrl+A to select all these pictures and I right click it. There is a direct option to create a new video, and I get directed to the new video in the video editor application directly, and I can just rename this and click on OK. So what happens is you can very conveniently just select all of the images here. I'm just pressing shift and going down, and after I've selected all the images, I've placed them on my storyboard and they appear one after the other, and I do not even need to extract these images separately. Okay, so now you have all of these images appearing on your storyboard, and you can see that it's in the 3-second default duration, but that is not a problem. You can just individually select all of these images, like multiple images at a time, go to the duration option and change it to say anything other than 3 seconds, like suppose 2 seconds, and you have the duration as 2 seconds appearing for all of these. And again, you have the same effects and filter options as will be explained further. So that's all we had for the pictures insertion into a video. So this is just very convenient if you have a lot of images and you need to make a video very fast, and this is the simplest way to do it. Also, the other options as will be explained further. So we'll just go cancel this out and move on to the other options and go actually open the video editor from the application and then move on with the editing options. Move to the search bar and type for the video editor. Now you can see that the option has appeared and I can click on enter. Now it says welcome back to video editor. So my video editor application is now open. All these files that you see are the backups taken for the files that I created on the video editor. So even if your laptop switches off in the middle of a progress video or of a video which wasn't complete, you can still switch on your laptop and continue from where you had left off. Your progress does not vanish, it stays intact. So now you can just click on a new video project to start a blank project and just wait for a second while it loads. Now you need to give a name to your video. So I've given the name video editor. Now I have certain things on the screen that I'm going to explain. The first thing that we are going to make use of is the project library. In the project library, I will be adding the photos or the clips that I need to use to make my final video at the end. So I'll just click on add and I'll go to from this PC option. Here you can see my video editor folder is already selected. So I'll just select the image and the videos that I need, and I've selected all of these and I'll just click on open. Once I have it open, you can see all of these are pre-selected in case I want to transfer all of them to my storyboard at once. But if I need to transfer them one by one, I can click on the first one and just drag it to my storyboard. And also remember that your storyboard needs to be arranged in the order or the sequence that you want your videos to appear in. So once I have transferred the initial logo, I will be moving on with transferring the follow us after the logo. And after this, I would want to transfer the reel which has the voiceover. And after this, again, I would want to put the follow us screen, and I would like to end with the like, share, subscribe screen. So now you can see just by placing all of these in order, when I do play the video, you will be able to see that all of this appears in the order that I have placed it in. So the follow us appears here, and then my video starts, and then everything in the video goes on, and then the follow us appears again, and the ending. And you can see that the quality of the video has remained intact as I had mentioned before. Now you have multiple options over here that you need to explore. So for the options that you have here, let's move on with the first option. The first option is the trim option, which is very important since you might have to edit a few parts out of your video, and it's very simple. You don't need to worry about that. Also, you have the volume adjusting option here. So for this video itself, it has a volume in like it has a voiceover in it. So you can just increase or decrease the volume as per your requirement, and you can mute it also if you want. So I'll just mute it when I'm showing the trimming portion. So I'll select this video and I'll go to the trim option. Now, when I come to the trim option, you can see only this clip has been placed here and not the clips before or after this. So I can individually work with this clip. So while working in this clip, I just need to adjust the frame or the timing of the clip as required. I can increase it or decrease it, whichever portion I need to keep. And I can just have only this much of the video playing here, and I can click on done. So now you can see that the time for this has reduced to 30 seconds from 1 minute 5 seconds. And also these images that I have inserted here appear by default for 3 seconds. So I can change the timing for these the pictures from here only. That is, if I just select this here and I click on duration, I can alter the duration as required. I can make it 5 seconds if I want, and I can just click on this as well and deselect this and make this 5 seconds as required. Now let's move forward to the next option that we have. The next option that we have to explore is the split option. Again, using the same video. When I click on the split option, you can see that this video already, which I trimmed, is of 30 seconds, 30 seconds and 30.9 seconds. And now I need to just decide where I want to split the video from. So if I split the video from here, the first part will be, as you can see, it is indicated on the right hand side panel over here. The first half is going to be 15.7 and the second half is going to be 15.2. I can split it, and splitting is required when I do need to make certain adjustments or want to insert a certain title card or something in between the videos and I do not want to trim it. I can just simply split it. So when I click on done, what happens is now I have a 15.4 second video and a 15.5 second video instead of the 30.9 second video that I had earlier, and becomes very simple if I do need to suppose insert this again in the middle for 3 seconds. So now it becomes simple for me that I have the first half, again I have this in the middle, and again I have the second half now. So now let's see what are the other video options that I have. After exploring split that I had already said, we can move on to the text option. Inserting text is very easy. You can just type in whatever you need. And you can select the font type that you need to be, as in the animated text styles that are available here, you can select any one of those. There aren't a lot of text options, so that is a little restrictive, but still it is useful according to the layout and whatever options available here, you can still make use of it. So this is the loved and this is the joy option, and there's a classic option as well. So you can leave it at, suppose, say the classic option, and you can have it on this either in the middle or on the top or on the bottom. You can just leave it anywhere you want. So maybe you have this in the center, and you can also adjust the time that it is for. Maybe you want it only for a little time frame, so you can just adjust this and this would appear on your screen, and you can select any of those for that matter, and just gonna leave it on classic, and you can click on done. So now how my video plays out is that I have this follow us thing, then I have this shortcut appearing on the screen as a text, and then I have my video again. Then in the middle I have the follow us again, and then my video continues. So I can edit it as required. Now let's move on to the motion option. The motion option is also quite useful, and it makes your video a lot better if you have these motion options embedded. So if possible, try to incorporate at least one of these options. And it's not a lot of zoom that is taking place. So you can, if I just adjust this here, zoom in left, and if I just play the video, you can see that it's gradually just zooming in on the left side. It's a very slight zoom that isn't very apparent, but it's enough for animating as well as putting your focus onto that specific thing. So you have a lot of zoom options here. So this can be quite useful for any of the video editors. And you can click on done once you've selected a motion option. Now we can move on to the 3D effects. Now you just need to wait a second until it's done. So we have the atomic motion, or suppose the autumn leaves. If I just select the autumn leaves, there is a volume option. Since I'll just put it on 100 to see how it plays out. And there are the volume option appears if you just put this down. So these are the autumn leaves at the end of the video. So you can see this is the animation that works here. Also, let's go back and try another animation, another effect option that we have. We have the atomic motion effect, where you have an option to attach the anchor. So that'll just take a second. And now you can move your anchor separately and your effect separately. So we can see how this works now. You can see that the time frame here is appearing where you want it for. So I've extended it to the entire duration of the 15-second video, and it'll just load in a second because it is a larger animation portion. Now let's see how the video plays out to be. So let's take the pointer to the starting and click on play. So you can see the atomic motion is already working, and it'll keep working on my screen. I haven't used it correctly here, but you can use it correctly wherever you need to indicate something. So basically these are all the effects that you have, and you can adjust each of them as required. Even suppose for the autumn one you had the duration only for the end, you can have it for the entire duration of the video, and you can have the leaves falling through the entire video and some effects here as well. So you can edit these as required. You also have a 3D library here, and for this you need to have your internet on, since it does not work without internet. Other features are enabled without internet as well. So I'll just select one of these, suppose animal and insects, and I'll just maybe select a clownfish. And it's going to take a while to load, since okay, I can have the you can see why this is called the 3D animation, because it can move all around and you can see the fish moving around. And the same way for this, you can attach the anchor and have the anchor placed somewhere. And you can have some quick animations as well with the 3D effects. So I'm going to put the volume on full, and I'm going to keep the fish for the entire duration as well. So now let's see how it works. So you can see you have the leaves there, then you can see you have the fish which is moving around on the screen towards the anchor, and I have the atomic effect as well. You don't need to use all the effects together, but it's just an idea that I'm giving, that you can use all of these as and when required. And you have a lot of options too. Even for the 3D library, you do have like a lot of options here. So you can discover whatever as required, and I can click on done when I'm done with this. So basically I've put in a lot of animation for this bit. And next is a filter effect. I can also put in a filter, yeah, and maybe the filters aren't perfectly of your choice. Maybe I can't understand the filter properly here, but maybe here I can understand the filter better. I can leave the filter at, I'll just select the adventure effect and click on done. So now let's see how this plays out. I have the leaves and I have an adventure effect, which is not the color combination as is here. So I have the adventure effect in place here, and I have the fish and I have this. So everything is going on at the same time. You don't need to use it at the same time, but you can make use of this. And these are all the options that you have. Also, the last option here is that I'm going to, so I am talking in the clip over here, the 15.5-second clip that I have here. So I'll just select this clip and I'll go to the speed option. It is on normal and I can make it for 2x speed. Maybe if you need to edit it between a video and make it sound better or something. So now you can see the time has reduced to 7.77 seconds. So now that the voice,
You don't need to worry if you have seen the formula and you verified if it is correct or if it isn't. You can just
basically you can use the sound speed effect as required to edit it or make it a little funny, or if you're explaining a portion which is too lengthy and you're speaking too slow, you can just enhance the speed from here as well. So these are all the options that you have. You also have an option to remove the black bars, and you have an option to shrink to fit. But here, since it is a horizontal space that I have recorded, it won't be an issue for me. If I take a vertical image and I remove the black bars, then it'll just zoom into that image, and I can just show you an option for that as well. So if I go to my screen, go to my desktop and go to the sample folder, select suppose this image, and I just insert it here. So now for this image, if I need to remove the black bars, it just gets zoomed in on the image. So it's not preferable to use this editor when you have images or videos which are vertically recorded. But for horizontal recordings, it works perfectly fine. Also, you can still edit it with this when you shrink it to fit the screen, and you'll just have the black bars appearing on the side. That's the only problem. You also have the option to rotate the picture as required, obviously. And to after exploring all of this, let's move on to the title card option as well. So the title card is just that it gives you a blank screen in the middle, and maybe you can add text on that, or whatever you prefer. You can add text or a proper change its background color. You can custom its color and add text to it. This time you can go with this one and maybe just click on OK. And now you see it comes like this. Now the last option that I need to show you guys is the background music option. So since these two or three, I'll just put the images together so that I can have the background music playing for a bit for these images, which are not making sense in the order that they are placed in, but still. So you have a few default background music options, and you can choose any of these. You can sync your video to the music speed, and suppose I've just and I click on done. So let's see how it sounds. So whenever this title, so that happens, your thing gets played for whatever options you had selected here. So if I go to background music and select none, then it'll just get removed as well. Now the last option that I'm going to show you is the custom audio option. For the custom audio option, this is my entire clip that appears over here. I can custom the audio for this, and maybe I'll custom the audio for the image portion that appears here for around 6 to 7 seconds. So from here I would like to custom the audio. So now when I want to add the audio file, again I'll just be moving on to the same video editor folder, and I have this top 10 background music for YouTube downloaded, but I won't like if I select this file, what happens is that the entire part of the video, the entire part of the sound that I have selected gets played from the start, and I do not want the initial music and I want a part of it. So I can just remove this audio file from here, and I can go back to my folder, and where I have this I can just expand it, and maybe I just want to crop out this portion of the video, so I'll just click on edit and I'll click on trim. When I go to trimming the video again, I need to trim the audio separately since it will be taking the starting of the audio file that I will provide to it. So suppose I start from the 15-second mark up to, I can see the stuff changing on the screen as well. So I'll be taking it till the end of the first beat that I had. So I'll just save it now as a copy. I'll be saving it in the same folder, and I'll just click on save. So once this is done, I can just remove that and remove this audio file as well. And I can return to my video editor. Here, when I now go to add a file, I have this crop portion that you see, the first Alan Walker fade appearing, and I can click on open. Now what happens is I only have the crop portion of the sound appearing here. So now I've played. Now it perfectly fits the sound requirement that I had. So be careful with. So we need to just be careful with editing the sound or choosing the sound file, because it's going to just take the audio file from the starting itself. So if you have a video which you've downloaded off the internet, just crop out the portion that you want to appear in your video and incorporate the same. So now we can just click on done after we've incorporated that audio as well. And now I can just simply click on finish video. Now when I click on finish video, you can see the quality that I've been talking about since the start. The high quality is recommended, and you also have more options, but that isn't really a problem. You can have it turned on and you can just export it. Now I'll be exporting the file in my video editor folder only. So I'll just click on export. To buy any upgraded version, or you don't need to buy any paid version or a paid trial or anything. Now as you can see that once the video is finished, it appears on my screen, and I also have a demo of the actual video that has been saved. So that's all that I had for the video editor here. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting videos, and please drop it in the comments if you want any other videos on any other such topics. And thank you for watching.